Today's episode of the Ultimate Marvel Recap is brought to you by Hydra Realtors. Whether you're looking for a condo over in Jersey City protected by Miss Marvel, or you want a secret hideaway castle maybe located on a volcano, maybe located in Latveria, or perhaps on the moon, Hydra Realtors has you covered. We know the special hideaway secret villain base just for you. Now it's time to go on with the rest of the Ultimate Marvel Recap, where we go over the most important books that came out this week in Marvel, throw in a few bad jokes, and hopefully get you caught up so that you can go buy more comic books on Wednesday. The top of our list is Captain America Sam Wilson number 19, where we find Rage still in jail from his crime, awaiting trial. Sam tries to convince him that he should let him use the Avengers funds to get him out of jail, but Rage tells him no, he will not accept the Avengers money. Instead, he believes in the judicial system and he wants to await his trial properly. He knows that it'll work out in the end. Then he gets incarcerated.
Monsters Unleashed number 3, where the Champions, Avengers, X-Men, Inhumans, Guardians all join forces to battle the monsters which threaten to destroy the Earth. In a twist worthy of M. Night Shyamalan, another group of monsters shows up, only to wage war on the others, and after they are defeated, one group simply vanishes. Doctor Strange and his monstrous associate Elsa soon lead the group to a young man named Kay, who can summon monsters simply by drawing them. Could he be the key to stopping the monster onslaught and the oncoming Leviathan?
Next up, we return with Miles Morales in Spider-Man number 13, where he continues his search for his father in a different dimension. Problem is, he finds a Scorpion who sounds and looks just like his dad. As he tries to confront him, Scorpion gets into a fight with him and eventually unmasks him, but the fight, of course, brought the police in, proving that no matter which dimension you are in, if you are a Spider-Man or a person in a Spider-Man costume, you're going to get shot at. Following that, Miles and Gwen run off, getting him back to his home dimension. Speaking of interdimensional travel, Hydra Realtors has a wide array of options involving an interdimensional garage, proving that no matter which dimension you are in, you will always feel like you are at home, which is synonymous with Hydra.
Clone Conspiracy peters out with no real conclusion, making it the biggest event to never happen. The redemption of Silver Age Gwen Stacy, however, is amazing.
As Nick Spencer brings us closer to Secret Empire, the flashbacks in each issue reveal Captain America's changed origin, his thought process, and further transforms this comic into a psychological drama. Captain America Steve Rogers number 11 takes us through 3 different timelines. In the first, Cap is speaking to someone mysterious off-page, the present Captain America and the funeral of Jack Flag, and finally, Steve Rogers back in 1940. As these 3 stories progress, we discover that our off-page figure is none other than Helmut, a character who we now know is deeply tied to his origins as a Hydra spy.
And over in the Wastelands, we get back with Logan, in Old Man Logan number 18, where we discover that the reason he's been going into the past and looking at potential futures is because of a mind-controlled Jean who is being controlled by the Brood parasite. He does, in fact, free her from that and decides that maybe, just maybe, he has to go into one of those futures and fix something that he kind of left hanging. You know, like a little child that he adopted and then went back in time and kind of forgot about.
Are you worried about not having a secure facility to contain your heroic nemesis or super weapons? Well, worry no more. Hydra Realty has properties both urban and remote that can accommodate things like volatile research labs, intruder containment and brainwashing facilities, interdimensional portals, and even a home theater. To inquire, just dial this number below, and remember, Hail Hydra!
In Mighty Thor number 16, we finally discover why the Shi'ar gods have decided to pick Thor for their contest. It turns out that they want to learn what it means to be all-powerful. Egomaniacal and tyrannical, they do not take rejection well, and they decide to mount the forces against the Asgardians and the mortals when Thor refuses them. Meanwhile, the politics of this issue continue as Sif battles against the bureaucracy while she prepares for the oncoming war. And on top of that, we witness a cross-dimensional filibuster that would make Leslie Knope proud.
We continue this week's cliffhanger in Invincible Iron Man number 4 with an epic Pepper Williams matchup facing off against Sith ninjas and an armored abomination, Tomoe. As the two become overwhelmed without their armor and gadgets to aid them, Pepper has a BAMF moment where she fends off the Saber ninjas and tries to get Riri to leave her behind. Riri Williams refuses and, thinking on her feet, steals a laptop off of an awkward teenager, weirdly oblivious to the chaos outside. She uses it to summon the digital soul of Tony Stark, and while he doesn't have a virus to take Tomoe down, he does manage to possess one of his suits to fight side by side with Pepper Potts once again.
Deadpool, Captain America, and Steve Coulson reenact the Black Knight from Monty Python while saving the Lincoln Monument from aggressive cosplayers. Speaking of basic security defense, did you know that Hydra Realty offers a plethora of home security options, including volcanic layers, shark moats, and mind-wide doorbells, so that you and your friends can hail Hydra together?
And those are the majority of the books that were either interesting, important, or we felt like talking about. But do not worry, dear viewers. We are still going to cover the ones that we skipped over with quick little recaps. In Daredevil number 17, Charles Soule continues to sow the seeds of a setup as he continues with the origins and motivations of the various characters in Daredevil through further flashbacks. In Doctor Strange number 17, things get a bit dark for Doctor Strange as Mr. Misery continues to set his obsessive sights on Strange and enact his unique brand of revenge. Uncanny X-Men number 18 is a tie-in to the Inhumans vs. the X-Men event. It follows the adventures of Zorn in a one-shot. Venom number 4, while looking interesting, continues to be very slow with setup and story. Punisher number 4 takes a break from the leading man by setting up the backstories for Agent Ortiz and Face. Definitely an interesting comic for Punisher fans that you should be checking out. Gwenpool number 12 is that Gwenpool's still going, and while I like it, a lot of people are not, but number 12 does continue the Merc with a Mouth's pink counterpart. She's definitely fun, check it out. In US Avengers number 3, Al Ewing continues to set up weird sides of Marvel by introducing us to more characters such as the Iron Patriot and showing how they can be teamed up with other Marvel heroes. I don't know if we should be caring or if we want to. Star-Lord number 3 continues the adventures of Star-Lord on the planet Earth as he meets up with Daredevil. Daredevil's there because of a heist that Star-Lord was recently a part of. Currently, the $4,000 is still missing. Thank you for joining us for this week's Ultimate Marvel Recap, the only place that you can go to get really bad jokes mixed in with what happened in your favorite comic books every week. If you are interested in buying a house or a condo, make sure to check out Hydra Realtors. They're also known for giving you secret villain hideaways so you can go hide away with all of your secret experiments. And for those of you guys who still haven't figured out that it is a fake sponsor, that's exactly what it is. It's a joke. There is no Hydra Realtors. Or is there? Hail Hydra.